Starting up the engine. Okay, the becomings. The last video I said I was gonna do the hemp oil, we're gonna do the live experiment. This is the old motor oil, nasty. I took too long to change it. Hemp oil. Changing out the oil, putting in hemp oil. Cracking it open. You heard the crack? You see actual hemp oil going in the car. Yeah! Hey! So we're gonna see how this works. According to the research, everything should be great. It should run smoother, better, parts lubricated more, better fuel efficiency. We gon' see. Ooh. If it mess my car up, I promise I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry this time. I'd be a little bit of a crybaby, but it's okay. All in the name of science, okay? Not emotional about it, but I am emotional about it because I'm excited because it's going to be dope as shit and I think it's going to work. So. Okay. Okay. Ah! Okay, so when I come back, I'm gonna start the car up. Let's see how I do. See how I burn off. See how it smells. All of that good stuff. And hopefully, like my son was just saying, I gotta start it up, make sure there's no leaks. Hopefully, ain't no leaks because I let it go way too long before changing the oil. So we gonna see. Oh shoot! I won't even record this whole time. Just crank it back up. So far, so good. Ain't nothing exploding. Ain't no crazy smoke coming out the back. It smells a whole lot better, but I'm sure that's because it's not that thick, dirty old oil. We're gonna let it run for a while and see what it do. Take it down? Yeah. Starting up the engine. Oh my gosh. And then look at the smoke coming off of it. It's lighter. And I literally smell nothing. Look, look. Hemp oil works in your freaking car. I ain't do nothing but pull out the parking spot when I'm about to drive around. And we can see what happens. See how this Joan do. Now, some other issues with the car. I gotta get some shit on my tire. I gotta get the tie rods changed and the other bolts. And this right here came on one day. I think that got something to do with the tie rods. It's the outer tie rod that need to be changed. The oil light came on at some point when I ain't changed that damn oil like I was supposed to. Now I need to change my settings Oh, but look. Okay, so just another thing got to take note of. It'll be where the oil is and how long before it run out. Now, usually when it's right here, somewhere between half and a quarter, I could do maybe 4 or 5 runs during Go Puff, riding around the city before it's close to E and I have to go and refill. What I should have did was actually clock the mileage. This is a 2011 Nissan Quest. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so right now, this is the first experiment in an actual freaking car, right? Because I have not been able to find that anywhere else online. In a freaking car, hemp oil, drained out all of the motor oil, put hemp oil in the car, and we're going to see how it run. So then the next one, okay, while we doing this, my son already agreed to it. We're going to track how much gas he uses in his car, how many miles it takes, because that's another thing that researchers said. Scientists have said that it should improve fuel economy. So that means filling it up less. That means burning off less fuel. In addition to less carbon emissions that's being put out in the air. And definitely the smoke coming out the exhaust was light and had no smell, as opposed to that thick, harsh smell any other time I'm like putting air in my tire or something and don't cut the car off and that smoke is coming up into my face even when the oil was clean. But we starting this over and we collecting the data. We making sure there's no freaking holes in it and everything. Okay, so next time I stop, I'll just change my settings. Or maybe I should just go on and do it now while I'm sitting here. Audio display, rear switch, camera, clock, comfort. I gotta figure out what a damn thing is. Status, fuel. Okay, that was something different. Oh, well, shoot. We just saw that. That was 16 miles a gallon. That's the fuel economy right there. So that's on average what the computer is calculating how much oil I'm burning just riding on a regular basis. So it's a good thing I did just reset that, because that's another way to test. Boom, bam, boom. Thank you, Lord. See? Ah! So we go ride around and then we go see what's the miles per gallon. Like, how does that change? Okay. And like now, is it under display? It's not under display. Oh, how did I get? Okay, let's just back out. Info. Yes, there we go. Under info. Maintenance. All right, and so then we go to that. And then reset those. And a filter, because we just changed the filter too. Back. I'm going to keep the tire reminder. Well, I don't need to keep the tire reminder on because I done got some tires changed recently. And I know I got to get this sound is going to remind me that I need to get these tie rods, this tie rod changed. Alright, now everything reset. Bam. Sweet. Freaking sweet. I'm so excited about this. So freaking excited. The temperature is nothing overheating, because that was another one of the worries. Today is February 9th, 2024. 10:55 a.m. hemp oil. Can a world change? Can a world change? Oh my gosh. Yes. We are helping to save the world with hemp. Baby. Lower deposits, lower CO2. All the parts in the engine are supposed to be running better, right? Now what's going to end up having to happen probably because my dumb self ain't changed the oil like I was supposed to. And I just say that I'm supposed to not be mean to myself, but that don't make sense because you know better, you do better. And I knew that I'm supposed to change that oil. But that's one of the things a lot of mechanics talk about for women, not keeping up maintenance on the car and then they run into other problems. And I am so glad that the radiator ain't leak or nothing like that. Ain't get a crack in it because I ain't changed the oil and it's just overheating. And I'll get up and pull off in the morning or whatever other problems it lead to. I'm glad it ain't lead to no other problems. And hopefully that's not a problem that it led to with that light being on. So what I need to do when I take this old oil up to AutoZone, I'm going to get them to hook the machine up to it and see what code pop up to see what's going on with it. And that was on before the brake light was on, before the ABS light was on, and before the swerve jump was on. But I'm pretty sure they got something to do with the tie rod, because this tire is like a bit wobbly and stuff. So that's the next thing that got to get changed, because it ain't safe. It ain't safe. Well, this is cool, and I was so freaking nervous. So I'm like, I ain't seen nobody else do it. I saw a video of some guys that drained out all of the diesel fuel in their ride lawnmower, and they used the press and a centrifuge to make hemp seed oil and to clean it out, to filter it out. And they put the hemp seed oil straight into the engine of the ride lawnmower. Like no additives, like they didn't change anything to the hemp oil or none of that stuff. They just took some seeds, threw it in the press, pressed out the oil that separated the plant matter from the oil, and they took it and put that into the centrifuge that separated plant matter even more from the oil and all the particles, and they poured it straight into the junk, and it was running. So I emailed them and I asked them some questions about that experiment. Like in the long term, was it better? And all of that stuff. They said that it smelled better. They said that it ran better. It ran longer. Look. All of that was good. So I said, look, a car engine ain't the same as a lawnmower engine, but it's kind of the same because it's running off the same fuel. You go to the gas pump and you get the same gas that you put in a car that you put in a lawnmower, right? I'm hearing that it's not much difference between diesel fuel and gasoline and petroleum, okay? So now we're talking about the gas. When I looked up the motor oil, I'm seeing motor oil and engine oil is the same thing. I'm saying that you can replace the engine oil with hemp seed oil. So now I'm wondering, is this just for diesel cars? Is this just for diesel engines that you're replacing the gas and replacing the oil with hemp? Or could it be used on regular gasoline cars? But I'm saying, everything I'm saying is there's not much difference between diesel and gasoline, right? Especially with the motor oil. With the motor oil, it is interchangeable, okay? I'm reading like scientists and mechanics and experts saying that they just interchange the name. They attribute the name engine oil to diesel engines and motor oils to gasoline engines to your regular cars, but it is the exact same. You can take diesel oil, you can take motor engine oil that's used in diesel cars, and you can put it in your car and it will run just fine. You can take motor oil and put it in a diesel engine and it will run just fine. The only difference is maybe the viscosity, which is like the thickness of it, and that's it. That it runs just fine. It runs the same. Okay? And so if that can be changed if the diesel can be changed with hemp oil, then so can the regular motor oil be changed with it. Now, what I'm seeing inside the tank though, when they talk about biofuels, using like corn oil or, vegetable oil like you cook with, that is something that has to be added to it or changed from it. And now I remember talking to a mechanic back in the day about it, talking about how in high school they experimented with using vegetable oil inside of a diesel engine. Okay, and then I remember him saying that you can use diesel engine in your car, but it's just like some modification that you would have to make to your car. So when I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, okay, if you can use the vegetable oil in the diesel, and you can use diesel in the regular oil, you just have to make a modification, and maybe it's some modification that you would have to make in order to use the hemp oil in the car. But then I'm seeing like now, as governments move towards a green economy and lowering the carbon emissions to lower the greenhouse gases to stop and reverse global warming, when they're talking about biofuels, talking about using vegetable oils, corn oil, they are adding ethanol to it. They are changing it. They're adding something to it. So I'm like, is that necessary? What is the purpose of that? With hemp oil, do we have to add something to it? Now, hemp oil is actually better than corn oil, right? It burns off better, is less sulfur and less other particles in it, is producing less carbon, right, in the atmosphere than even corn. And corn is better than petroleum. So the only question is, just like you saw us pour straight hemp oil straight out the bottle, crack the seal, pour it straight in there with nothing else added to it, can we do the same thing in the gas tank? Is it running off of fuel like that? So that's the next thing I want to see. And that's the thing that I am even more afraid of, because everything I'm seeing is saying that it has to be some other process of something added to it. But I don't know if they just saying that or if it's true. Because remember, before the DIY phase, everybody thought like it's an issue if you use cooking oil in your kitchen to put it on your skin or put it in your hair, until you realize it's the same oil that's going inside of your shampoos, going inside your lotions, and all of that stuff. So you can literally just go get some avocado oil, mix it with some shea butter or some coconut oil, and blend that shit up, okay? You can just take that junk, add some water to it, and some sunflower or seed lecithin or something to emulsify and mix that junk, and you got your lotion, right? You got your hair conditioner. It's the same damn thing. Oil is oil, baby. Oil is oil. The only difference is the label that they slap on it. Oil is oil, okay? Now, I would say, because this oil is marketed for food, it is more expensive. Like, the plan isn't to take it and like put 4 or 5 quarts inside your car. You're using like a tablespoon at a time or something like that. So to get a pint of it is like $11, right? We're going to be realistic with this thing. It's expensive. But you can order online hemp seed oil. And they sell it in the gallons from different places. And it's not that expensive, okay? I just, for the convenience, just went to the grocery store and just, got groceries. And used that. So, in the long run, I said this will be an expensive ass lesson if this don't work out. But look, this is a highly valuable lesson because it's working. It is freaking working. It is look, I am smelling nothing. I am smelling no dangers. No other signs. The little triangle hazard sign ain't coming on. The car's not stalling. It's running just as good, aside from the tire. Darling. Sugar pie honey bun. Look. Hemp oil, okay? Hemp oil. So what you want to do is you want to invest in Hemp Paradise Farms because we're doing this shit, okay? It's already done. It's already done, okay? And the higher the demand, the more the market will balance out, okay? When people start asking for it, companies will start producing it because they'll see it's valuable. It makes sense to their bottom line. And then they're going to have to charge reasonable prices, okay? Okay? Because we are all for high quality at a reasonable price. You should be able to get good things that's good for your body, things that's good for the environment, okay, without breaking the bank, okay, without hurting your wallet. You have a right to these things. Why do you have to use blood, sweat, and tears, pay an arm and a freaking leg for the basics, okay? Things that's good for your body and good for the environment is basic. This is the basic shit. Okay? So as demand go up and production goes up, the price will go down and the market will balance out. So don't be afraid of that. Okay? We will spend a little bit more in the beginning. Because the more and more we do it, people are going to see. And the more and more people see that it's better, okay, the higher the demand for it and the price will balance out and go down. And then it's going to be the same, if not less, than getting other synthetic motor oil that you go to the store and get. You're going to be able to go to the store and get you some hemp oil, baby. Okay? And the more it's grown, the more CO2 is pulled out of the air. Because before we even make the oil out of it, it's sequestering. Just like any other plant sequesters carbon, right? Because it breathes in carbon and breathes out oxygen. Hemp just does it better. It just breathes a whole lot. It's eating a whole lot of carbon, okay? And it's pulling it out the air. And it's repairing the soil, right? It's replenishing the soil with the things that the soil need to make it healthy and nutritious for your food to grow. The roots of the hemp plant is pulling out toxins out of the soil, heavy metals out of the soil. So from all of these industries, right, well, people ain't think much about that or ain't care much about that. However, whatever the reason was, it happened and it fucked up the soil. The hemp is repairing it, okay? So just all around. Then it's using less water to do so, okay? The terpenes coming from it, natural repellent, so we ain't got to use the harmful pesticides. Okay? Just all around, okay? This plant is doing great things for us and for the environment that we live in, for the planet that we live on. Who can object to that? Who in their right mind can object to that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And then the next time you see this is going to be in a different car. And I'm predicting, my hypothesis is this is going to be equally as great results. And then the third time you see this is going to be in somebody else's car. And they going to be getting those great fucking results. Okay? Okay? Maybe spending a few more bucks in the beginning, but in the long run, it's better for your parts. It's lubricating your parts better. Okay? It's leaving less deposits on your parts, so your engine is running better. So that means less that you would have to get that engine repaired and parts of that engine repaired. So you saving money on that end. It's increasing, improving fuel efficiency. So that means less gas that you having to put in there. So that means less that you having to put in there at the pump. Okay? So in the end, you are saving money. You are saving money in your pocket while knowing that you are doing something great for the planet. Okay? You are doing something great for yourself, for your lungs, for your health, for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great-grandchildren. Okay? Just by doing what you do every day, but doing it better. You needing oil for your car anyway. We doing it better. We using hemp. Once we get this gas junk, figure that out. Look, you need gas in your car anyway for people that's using gas. We just doing it better. Hemp, baby. Hemp Paradise Farms. Look, yes, get lifted. Okay? Come on. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta pay attention. I need to pay attention. That's what I need to do, because I'm all excited and shit. So I'm about to get off this phone and put this junk down, because I'm all excited and I'm ready to change lanes and not even looking like I'm supposed to. So look, peace. I love you. Let's do this shit. Hemp oil from the grocery store.